Hello everyone, in this video I want to show you the 20 best console mods to download in Baldur's Gate 3. So if you want to keep your modding list lean and not full of fluff, this is the best 20 that I'll be showing off in this video. Now I've tested all of these. There was some issues with mods such as the shotgun mod that you can see there. So it did get removed from the list of console mods. Hopefully it'll get brought back soon, but it was causing some crashes. So I just wanted to talk about that just briefly as I was getting a lot of comments around that. But the best 20 mods, I would say, first off, we just got the Origin Mirror Unlock mod. Now, this mod does have some issues too, so just quickly, if you have Shadowheart here with her blonde hair, it won't actually let you change her character because it's an override on top of her appearance. As well, Will, if he's got the devil appearance, it won't let you change that as well. So if you were to unalive Carlock, you can change Will. Same thing with Shadowheart. If you go and go the Sharon route, you can change her appearance. But those two overrides do unfortunately take precedent over what you can do in the Origin Mirror. As well, the Origin Mirror only works on Origin, so you can't change people like Minthara, Halsin, or Jahara, or Minsk. So just a little heads up on that. Also in this list, we got Mistress Spells, an incredible mod that adds 130 new spells to the game, and this can be added to all the base game classes. As well, a lot of mod classes are also using these, so that is extremely exciting. We also got the Feats Extra mod, which will add a bunch of new feats to the game, and I think this one is incredible because there's a huge list of them that are based on actual Dungeons & Dragons feats. We also got the Cheater's Ring, which is now updated to the Cheater Spell Scroll. Just want a little update there. The creator of this mod was in my Discord today letting us know that this is now updated because the Cheater's Ring can only hold so many spells. So they're now items and you can put these onto your hotbar. So I actually think this works a lot better. I'm excited to try this out. And we also got ourselves the Unlock Level Curve. Now, a little heads up, this mod does break wild shape forms for the Druid. This lets you go from level 13 to 20, and there's a lot of classes now in the mod manager that support level 20, so you might want to use this, but also if you're a big fan of the Druid, you only get your base transformation, so poor Halsin. We also got the Adjustable Party Limit mod. What's incredible with this mod is it increases the amount of party size that you can get in this game. So with this mod, you can go up to like 18 people or 16 people in your party, which is great because if you want to hear all the banter between characters, you'll get a lot of it with this mod. We also got this Dark Urge Slayer equipment, which gives you some really nice looking outfits here. They are overpowered. The gloves can give you 3 attacks. So there's actually some pretty cool options here, but we're still waiting for a difficulty mod. Tactician Enhanced by the creator of the Adjustable Party Limit mod here, Pixel Bytes. They've been working and made a Tactician Enhanced, which is now on PC, hopefully coming soon to console. Just want to give a little update on that. But we also have Corinna the Squirrel. This mod is actually really cool. So I just want to quickly highlight this because this mod actually has some pretty fun abilities. It may seem like a joke one, but you got the spell here to summon Corinna the Squirrel. And with this, I didn't want to do the Destructive Wrath, but yeah, you got Corinna the Squirrel. Cute little squirrel. With this, they also have the ability to drop Corinna's Irresistible Dance, so you can apply this to anyone. And Corinna themselves will dance too whenever they drop this on someone, which I think is hilarious. I just have to highlight this mod. They did a really... Like, they didn't have to go this hard with this mod, but they did for us. So, this is made by Maestro Medi. They also get a bunch of different spells. Vicious Mockery, Play Dead. You can throw Squirrel Inspiration, which you can buff a attack roll for a teammate. This is an adorable little creature, and it's a fun summon to have. 97 extra health there. And, yeah, it even has, like, an acorn spell. So, it's incredible. I highly recommend the Corinna Squirrel summon. I just think this mod was extremely well done. So, yeah, this mod, I highly recommend it. It just adds a lot to the game, especially if you're a fan of Scratch. We also have the polyamory fix here, which I know a lot of people are looking forward to because this will let you romance multiple characters. I know a lot of characters or a lot of players want that ability, so you now have it with this mod. So there are some potential bugs that can happen. With any mod, there's potential for bugs. And I just want to make that clear because some people think that modding is a no glitch experience. Larian does test all these for PlayStation 5 and Xbox, but they can't test every single player. They can't test as a million times. Like, there is some issues that may arise. Some mods do cause issues between each other, so just be mindful. That's why it's probably best to have a bit of a lean amount of mods. I am changing up my mod list as well because I'm having issues with my mods. I have to reinstall the game because there's some issues. Even after uninstalling mods, there can be some issues that persist, which is unfortunate. But next, we got ourselves the Wings mod. Now, this mod's incredible because basically what it does is it gives you the ability to summon in wings and put them on your character. So There's a lot of choice here. You can basically go for whatever type of wing that you think will look best on your character. So if you want to apply the wings to your character, you can go right ahead, and they look quite nice. So you can run around with them. They will flap around at times, so there can be some issues, and especially if you're in like a character creator menu or even in conversation, the wings can flap outwards. So yeah, there is some issues that can pop up, but I think for the most part this mod works really well. So just need to highlight that one. Yeah, that's a More Wings mod by Chuloco, and yeah, for players that want to add a little bit extra role playing, you can even do like Cambion wings, and it'll match the color of your character. So I think that is pretty cool, and you can see there with another colored tiefling. We also got ourselves the Epilogue Camp Clothing mod. So this gives you all the Epilogue clothings that the characters can get. So you can see there Astarion's outfits, depending on if you ascend him or not. Gale's, depending on if he's the Professor or the God of Ambition. And then we also got ourselves Karlach's outfit, which is pretty cool. And Lae'zel's outfit, depending on what route you go with her. We got Shadowheart's good and Shadowheart evil outfit, and then also Will's outfits, depending on your ending you chose for him. Halsin's cool leather armor outfit, and then we have Jaehaera's different outfits, which this one's really popular. This is like the nobility dress. You may see some characters in Baldur's Gate City wearing this one. And then we got Minsk's outfit as well, and the different versions of that. And then we got Minthara's here, which is a modified version of the one that Jaehaera wears, just without the covering there. And then we also have your own player character's outfits, so all the different ones that can appear on your character. I love this mod because I think that the characters have some pretty cool outfits at the very end of the game, and being able to access all of them, I think is really nice. So yeah, this is all under one hood there. We also got the Favorite Colors mod. Now, this is also a very great mod to add in with a bunch of other mods, because you can see here, there's a bunch of cool dyes, and you can even commission your own through TechRoot. So go check that out there. There's a bunch of them that apply to all the different armors that are in the game. They work with most of the mods too. So if you add in different clothing mods, you can dye the clothing with this mod. Incredible job. Just need to highlight that one there. We also have the no astral tadpole required for half illithid powers. So if you're someone like me who likes to use all the illithid abilities, you can now with this mod. So this just makes them all free. Highly recommend going for some of these, because like even the Displacer Beast is a lot of fun. Absorb Intellect, you can actually use this to take out Withers, which he's not normally able to be taken out. Free Cast being one of the most effective ones, giving you a free level 6 spell. Mind Sanctuary can let you use actions and bonus actions interchangeably, which is huge. And Mind Blast, this is actually one of the most powerful, especially if you have the Resonance Stone. This can usually take out most creatures. It hits in a huge area, can deal 48 psychic damage +1. And then with this, it also gets increased based on the Resonance Stone, which will double its damage. So you can actually hit pretty hard. So you see there 33 damage. Hits in a pretty big area of effect, you can see. Like, that's actually massive. Usually, you're going to take them out with the Resonance Stone, because that'll go upwards of 66 damage. And then on top of that, if you have the Astral ability, the Call the Weak, that's going to take out any enemy. So that has less health points equal to whatever you got left for a Lith ability. So you can see Call the Weak there. So if you got all of these, they hit 20 health. You're usually, with a combination of Call the Weak and Mind Blast and most of these, you're going to take out most enemies with that. So it's really effective. So highly recommend that. Now for class mods, there's some really great ones. The first one I wanted to highlight is the Witch class mod. So I've done build guides for all 4 of the subclasses. We got a Frost Witch, a Hex Witch, a Herbalist, and a Witch Blade. And with this mod, it actually has a lot of cool abilities and unique spells. You can turn into a cat. You can do a whole lot of different things with this one. So that's what it looks like here. So we look at the different spells. You get yourself a Shillelagh, Arcane Blade, Spread Cursed Poison. So your Witchcraft infused poison eats away at your foes, inflict a number of cursed poison stacks equal to your medicine skill. Witch Form Cat, and even some other abilities here, like create or destroy water there. But you also get a cantrip version, which is really nice. With this, you got 2 different subclasses, which I think is great. So we'll just go through and show those off just briefly. You may need to select skill proficiencies, and if you're on console, switch your assigned ability scores to make sure that this works properly. So you can see here we got ourselves a choice of subclasses. There's now an Invoker with this class, which I don't think is pushed to console yet, but this is something that will be coming. Herbalist, Frost Witch, Hex Witch, and Witch Blade, giving you a lot of great choices. And then the Invoker being a really cool one, giving you advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration on spells. So I love the Witch Blade, or the Witch class in general, with all the different subclasses. Really useful. We also got ourselves the Dread Overlord Warlock. If you haven't used this one, I highly recommend giving this one a shot, because The amount of choice that you get in this is incredible. So at level 14, you get a bone dragon that you can summon that can also, when it takes out enemies, it'll summon in more zombies. Every time you take out an enemy with a necrotic spell, you summon more zombies. You can summon in crawling claws, shield of souls, reclaim the undead, giving yourself more minion points. So you can summon in like a necromancer as well, a warlock, and it'll have things like scorching ray to attack with. You can summon giant skeletons, which you can see here. This is the giant skeleton, has this scythe of miracle. And there's the warlock as well. You can also summon in, you see the skeleton there. But there's also a spectral wrath that you can summon in, and then it can summon in another thing as well, which can bind targets. This mod is incredible, made by the Dread Overlock Lord himself. And look at that, we even got my build listed there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely recommend checking this mod out. It is incredibly useful. Highly recommend it. We also got ourselves the Oath of Conquest Paladin. Now, I'm a big fan of the Paladin. This is made by Halfsglint. They've made a ton of really great mods here for Baldur's Gate 3. Oath of Conquest, giving us the chosen adversary, giving advantage on attack rolls. This class actually has support all the way up to level 20, so if you're going with a mod that gives you all the extra levels, you can go ahead with this one. So it also has the Conquering Presence, giving a Channel Oath ability, so you can do a make enemies do a wisdom saving throw and become frightened for 1 minute, or which is 10 turns, and the frightened creature will have to redo their saving throw. You also get the guided strike, given a +10 to attack rolls, which is similar to the war cleric. Also the Aura Conquest, which makes enemies that are frightened half their movement speed and take psychic damage equal to half your paladin level, so that's upwards of 10 damage. With Resonance Stone, that's doubled for 20. And then we also have Scornful Rebuke, so whenever you hit an enemy with an attack, the creature takes psychic damage equal to your charisma modifier. So if you get hit, they take upwards of 5, 6, 7 psychic damage, which is nice. Also doubled with Resonance Stone. The Invincible Conqueror here, so this gives you basically, this is a level 20 ability. So with this, you get for 10 turns the ability to resist all damage, and you can make an additional attack for free, and you score a critical hit on a 19 or 20. So that's really nice. It also comes with its own die. I highly recommend grabbing the Oath of Conquest mod if you haven't used it before, because this mod is just straight up incredible. We also have ourselves the Blood Sorcerer. I'm a big fan of Sorcerer, and I think that this is actually the best sorcery mod, because with this, it comes with its own unique spells. This is a high risk, high reward class. There's also the ability to take yourself out, because you usually have to bleed yourself to be able to deal damage. So early game, this can be a little bit of a struggle, but you also get some pretty cool spells too. And then at higher levels, you also get further cool spells. You can see all the different spells here. My favorite being at level 5, you get ability to restrain anyone that's in a blood pool. So this is sweet because you can restrain targets for a turn, deal high amounts of damage to them. And yeah, it just feels like an incredible class to play around with. There's also basically like a free disintegrate style spell, which does a ton of damage. This one is just straight up amazing. You can see all the benefits here. You can check it out on mod.io. Sturm1212 is the one who made the Blood Sorcery mod. It's just incredible. We also have ourselves the Divine Soul Sorcerer. So there's also a class that'll add it as a subclass, but the mod version is actually a standalone class here. So you get all the same spells that the sorcerer can get, and some of the additional spells here, which adds in like Sanctuary, Guiding Bolt. So it's nice because you get even class passive, so you can choose like good, evil, giving you inflict wounds, law, bless, bane, and neutrality. So this one's cool. I personally do prefer actually going with the one that's it's not available on console yet, but this one, it gives you extra choice in spells, and this also has support for mistress spells. So I do hope that this mod also gets released to console, because being able to choose a bunch of the mistress spells is just amazing. Also, we got ourselves the Arcane Vanguard. I love this class. I think this is one of the best that's been made. So with the Arcane Vanguard, you basically have 4 choices for subclasses. You get mistress spells. So the creator, Sathos, did a great job with adding in like all the mistress spells here. So you got all the choices. I've done build guides for all of these subclasses, so you can check those out on my channel. But you also got a bunch of unique fighting styles that are unique to this class. And the 4 subclasses: Eldritch Vanguard, Judgment Vanguard, Sentinel Vanguard, and the Arcane Dervish. This one's mostly focused on psychic damage. This one's focused on being like a spell casting, elemental damage focused. Sentinel Vanguard's more of a healer, kind of like a paladin subclass. And then the Arcane Dervish gets their own unique flourishes and attacks after casting spells. All of them are quite unique, so highly recommend using this mod because it's just a whole lot of fun. Another incredible class is the Mind Weaver. So I guess this is, we're going into the bonus rounds here. I only had 20, but I'm picking up extra ones. The Mind Weaver, I also really enjoy because this has 4 subclasses that are also all distinct. It's only gets level 4 spells unless you choose the Astral Seer. So it's not as caster friendly as the Arcane Vanguard, but it's still good. I would recommend having both of these on your team if you want to try out different mod classes. Psionic Warden, this is kind of like a Jedi, one-handed sword with a shield. Typically, you deal extra psychic damage with your attacks. Force Blade, this is the only heavy armor class, and with this, you deal additional force damage on a lot of your attacks. The Astral Seer, this is cold damage and psychic damage focus. In addition, it also has like the astral instabilities, so basically whenever you cast things, there's a high risk of it going wrong and hitting a huge explosion around you. This is a really fun one because it's just chaotic. I'm a big fan of anything that's chaotic, and I'm also a big fan of cold spells, so this one, my personal favorite of the subclasses. Then we have the Void Reaver, which is focused around dual wielding 2 long swords. You actually get the benefit of giving any longsword the finesse property, so you can use dexterity and intelligence for attacking with it. And yeah, it's just an incredible mod in general, so I highly recommend the Mind Weaver. But finally, the Mystic class is another one that I highly recommend. This is made by Zevo here. What's cool about the Mystic is it has a bunch of different cantrips here that you can see, and it also has a absolute ton of psionic disciplines. There's 63 of them if you have the Mystic class plus the Mystic Expanded. I've talked about this one in the past. This is probably the most fleshed out subclass. There's actually now 10 subclasses with the Order of the Exorcist here. So Exorcist, there's a lot to choose from, and yeah, you also get a bunch of psionic disciplines here depending on the subclass that you choose. Yeah, there's just a lot to love with this class. I think it's an incredible mod, and just have to give it a little bit of a highlight here just because it's so good. But I just want to quickly show off Mistress spells because this mod is so nice. Like you can see here, we got lots of cool cantrips like Lightning Lure, Frostbite, Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, and then different spells like even Jim's Magic Missiles, which are gluten-free and they are hypoallergenic. But basically, it's a magic missile with a chance of missing and hitting yourself in the face. And I think that's cool. They're also updating a bunch of the icons for these spells, so I like that the creator is putting a lot of work into updating this. So it even has cool spells like Frost Fingers, which is similar to Burning Hands. Burning Hands has a bit more damage, but Frost Fingers can create ice surfaces if you have Create Water set up. So a lot of cool synergies with the Mistress spells. And as you level up and continue on through the levels, there's actually a lot of spell choice here. So as we go to like level 2, you can start to see the spell list fills up really quickly with a lot of different things like the sprayer cards to make yourself feel like Gambit. Ooh, I'm gonna make a name for myself. You also got the Pyrotechnics and Earthbind, Dragon's Breath, letting you do a Dragon Fire attack. I really like Agonizer Scorcher, which is similar to Lightning Bolt but for fire damage. So some really cool ones. Jim's Glowing Coin, and then up to level 3, it has spells of all levels, and yeah, it's just an incredible mod that I highly recommend giving it a try because this mod just has so much going for it. As you can see, a lot of things to love here. So yeah, you got Summon Lesser Demons, you got Milf's Minute Meteors, you got yourself Ashalardan Stride, Flame Arrows, Tidal Wave, my favorite because this is Create Water that does bludgeoning damage and knocks creatures prone, so you can knock them prone, create ice surfaces, and they'll slip when they stand back up. Also Summon Shadow Spawn, Thunderstep. A lot of cool spells in this mod, so I just wanted to highlight this as I think it's an incredible mod. Now, a lot of people have been asking about the face mod that I use. The creator is working on making it for Mod.io and then potentially down the road coming to console, so that one will potentially be coming. But that is the 20 best mods that I think are in the console release of Baldur's Gate 3. There's obviously new console mods launching every single week, so if you want updates when those launch, feel free to hit the subscribe button below, maybe put on bell notifications. Really appreciate any and all support, guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.